Welcome back to Not Man Enough Podcast, and we are tackling a lot of subjects here. It's going to be just kind of all over the map, to be quite honest, but we are short, not just in height.
Are you referring to yourself? Me and Sam,
I paused for.
Me and Sam are above average.
Yeah.
I don't know, Matt. You're like quite significantly shorter than me.
I'm definitely the shortest guy in here today.
That's true.
Yeah.
How's that make you feel?
That's all right. I don't have a complex.
That's what guys with a complex say.
That's exactly right.
Anyway, we're downtrend. So if you're wondering why we don't have the other chair focused in on Sam, it's just him. He's all by himself.
Or maybe Trent is here and we're just not letting him.
He's in timeout.
Yeah.
He's actually sitting over there and we're just ignoring him. His mic's muted. He's trying to talk right now. It's actually depressing.
Why don't you just go ahead and leave, Trent?
Anyway. Yeah.
Hey, your keys.
There's a lot. That was so cheesy.
Sorry.
You can actually see that your hand was empty on the camera.
I should have grabbed my keys.
yeah, that would have been better. Anyway, that was funny. I adjust my volume here. All right, there we go.
He's got to turn his ears up.
That was such an old man statement. Turn your ears.
Such a boomer thing to say.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
good.
Anyway, we got some subjects to tackle. Usually we'll start off with news, but somebody had the bright idea to do it another way. I'm just kidding. No.
Hey,
We're going to jump straight into one of the subjects. I know, well, we've had complaints. Not complaints. There's been some people that have like said, hey, just jump straight in to the, and I get it because like, some people just want to hear the content early. And now I'm going to talk about that for 5 minutes.
So here's a possible timestamp for you guys that want to jump ahead. Either 30 minutes or 15 or 55.
I mean, typically go an hour and 45 minutes. We might not get to the point until then. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to react to what some people are calling a demon manifestation on a podcast, and
not ours.
Not ours. That's actually why Trent's in the corner right now. He's manifesting a demon. Told him.
You cut to me and I'm just holding a crucifix right here. I just got to keep it up the whole time.
Just out of curiosity, when it comes to like the movies with the Roman Catholic people and stuff like that, and they're holding crucifixes, why would fill me in if there's something behind this, but why would a demon care about a crucifix?
I don't know.
I get the idea that they have, even though it's flawed. I guess it's just thinking, the power of Christ and his cross, I guess, and what he did, and basically defeating the demons. But where they get skewed is in the physical, and thinking that an object is going to hold some power in and of itself.
Yeah,
it's the same thing as idolatry.
Yeah,
man, you took that real.
I mean,
it's a good answer. But that was real serious.
I don't know that I was looking for that, but thanks. it was really good. Now moving on to the demon manifestation.
the fly flying past you, Jonathan.
Dude, there's a fly in here. It's about to drive me
been in
nuts.
here for a few episodes. I've noticed.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same one.
No, I think it's the same.
Do you?
Dude, it's going across the camera.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. Oh, I saw it.
Hold on. Okay. Well, anyway, if I Where's my
Oh,
chopsticks?
it's in Sam's.
Chopsticks.
Where's my chopsticks?
He's got to eat. He just starts eating ramen. It's just most chaotic, random freaking episode ever.
Not unlike this episode so far.
I know.
All right, you want to get to the clip?
Yeah, so I'll give a little bit of context so that we can actually get into this. This is okay, so our video is going to be a response to a response of a response to a response.
I hate these.
This goes on forever. It's like, the infinity of mirrors, or whatever. Where you just stand with a mirror and
The infinity of mirrors. I don't know why, but you said that like it's like a thing that everyone knows about.
No, so
You mean like a fun house?
it's infinite. You didn't know that was infinite. Okay.
That just proves to me you never made it out of one of those.
You know what it reminds me of? When I was a kid in the meat aisle, and on each side of the meat there were mirrors, and then I looked down one and see, and then it freaked me out.
These
I don't
things are infinite.
That's what I was talking about. Is when you look in a mirror and you hold it up another mirror, it's infinite. Like you can get anyway.
Hey, can we do that with picture in picture?
We probably could. That would be cool.
Reaction.
Yeah. So reaction. So we're gonna react to it's Danny Jones' podcast. I know nothing about it, quite honestly.
Me either.
And it is Dr. Amon Hillman.
We throw that term around way too much.
Oh, dude, there's no way he's like a
What is he?
legit doctor.
What in?
Who knows?
We don't know. But anyway, he's
What if he's actually like MD?
he's like an MD of like
like a Harvard grad, and we're
yeah.
like, we throw that term around too much.
he actually has a cure for cancer.
He probably claims it, I bet.
He probably does claim it. Anyway, this guy definitely doesn't have the cure for cancer.
Although he does look like he has cancer.
Very true. Actually, that's a good point. So therefore, we know he doesn't have the cure. So you see how we're getting places. This is really good.
We're making progress.
This is good. We're getting to the video eventually, but this video basically they're responding to Wes Huff, responding to him. This guy's a heretic. I mean, he used to like be professing Christian, and now he basically says that Jesus is a cult leader, was a cult leader, and like drugs. And I mean, he says some blasphemous things. But anyway, we're going to just react because is there any way that we can get a bigger screen of this? Did we ever figure that out?
I can just full screen it.
Yeah, let's just full screen it a little bit. Because I think that with the way that this is done, it would be hard to see.
It's hard to see.
So anyway, we're just going to listen to it, and then we'll react to see if this is actually something. What?
Are you?
Oh, I was saying like picture within picture within
Oh,
picture. If we
and,
didn't full screen.
Do you want to skip ahead any, or do you want to just give a little warning?
I got it at 3:45. Is that okay? So if anybody has any kids watching, this guy uses some language that.
And either way, he'd probably just scare your kids. So
Yeah, it is creepy.
Yeah, so we'll give you like 5 seconds to adjust and turn it off or get your kids out of the
Plus,
room.
I'd never recommend our podcast for children.
Okay, make it. We're actually giving you more like 5 minutes, not 5 seconds, because we're not about to start this video.
All right,
just kidding.
let's roll.
Let's go. Let's see if we can.
Warning for if you're sensitive.
Yeah. And why isn't it play? Hold on. Let me try this again.
And hermeneutics is this interpretation. It's the methodology of interpretation that we use on a particular text. Before hermeneutics is exegesis. And exegesis is a Greek word that literally means to bring out. Right? The opposite would be eisegesis, to read into.
Okay, so the guy kind of is looking like he's in pain in the seat, right? And I just wanted to pause it so we didn't get it.
I mean, it's a reaction to a reaction.
Yeah, but
and then now ours is a reaction to the reaction.
Reaction to the reaction.
So
to the reaction.
we'll be all right.
Yeah.
But
There, okay.
We're just playing a few.
This chain of reactions could destroy the world.
Possibly. Of all of y'all listening audio, I'm sorry because this is not. This guy is just like squirming around the chair right now. But anyway.
Fingering me something, and you're like,
That's
you're trying to get the author's intention.
We don't know why.
Different.
We don't know why he said that.
Yeah.
What? Continue.
Just
I hate that that's where it started.
Started right there.
So,
All right, we have no idea what's going on.
It's just going to prove our point when we continue.
Yeah, that's why we said get your kids out of the room because he says stuff. Anyway,
Yep.
let's see if I can start again.
Of contextual application.
He's pulling the demon out of you.
Stop! You're trying to stop!
I can't take it.
You look like you're going through an exorcism right now.
Steve,
Is
stop.
Wes Huff pulling the devil out of you right now?
God.
He's
Oh, God,
confusing
stop.
and
It's so
Haven't you
bad.
ever heard of hermeneutics?
It's
realms of how we do.
Stop. You're trying to get to the intention.
Yeah.
Intention.
The intention.
Yeah, he just sounds.
All he needs is some fiber, and this guy will be fine. Miralax. That'll also do the trick.
Yeah, I have a comment. I'm not gonna make it. Anyway, I can't go there. Oh man, stop! Stop! I am uncomfortable.
Yeah, he seemed pretty uncomfortable too.
Yeah, no, he's definitely uncomfortable. Do I need to continue to play this? I haven't watched it all the way through.
Yeah, no, you don't want to. He starts cussing a lot after.
Does he?
this.
Okay.
He gets a little more serious and just starts ranting a lot about what's going on.
So he starts squirming around, and a lot of people are saying that he's manifesting a demon. I guess that can be part of our conversation is, do we need to jump to that conclusion so easily? Should we not ignore it? Or I guess, how are we balanced in this? Because there's a lot of people saying he's definitely manifesting like a demon. Definitely. There's others that would be like, well, he's just like a drug addict or something probably, or whatever. And both could be true. I mean, like, they're not necessarily exclusive. I guess just like, do we go too far sometimes and always just call things demons? I would say yes. In this particular situation, I don't mind thinking that this guy is demonic. I mean, like, I don't doubt there's something
clearly
going
the
on.
things that he teaches are demonic.
Yes.
So, I mean, we can go there in terms of, like, I don't even know what people mean. What would you say people mean by manifesting a demon in this situation? What does that even...
Well, I think that what they're saying is he looks like he's in pain when Wes Huff starts to talk about, I guess the flaws with his claims and about Jesus. He's talking about Jesus as Christ and stuff like that and what the terminology actually means, because this guy says Christ is a title, which he's not wrong on that, by the way. Christ is a title, but he makes it into something completely different and really gets blasphemous with it. But Wes Huff is reacting with that and saying, no, like, he's correcting that, like, what the actual Greek is. And so when he's acting like he's all in pain, like, and squirming around, and it does seem to suddenly happen. And he's like, no, stop. And the interesting thing is the guy that's interviewing him, which I don't think he's a Christian. Do we know that positively?
I have no idea.
I don't think he is.
I don't know anything about the guy.
I don't know anything about him. I'm condemning him. I'm like, no, I don't think he is.
At least he's slightly honest in that, because he goes on to say pretty much like, yeah, you're actually the one misusing scripture.
Yeah. He's saying that you're not using their correct. You're being intellectually dishonest is what he says.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think that's why they're saying that he's manifesting, is because he acts like he's in pain. He's squirming around and he's like starts saying like, stop. I can't take it. And then just says that, blurts out the thing that I restarted it on. And anyway.
Yeah, I think the thing with me is, I want to avoid being so quick to just throw that out, which I know y'all probably agree, but throwing out saying, oh, that person has a demon or that's demonic possession or something like that. He made it. You didn't see it, but Jonathan just shot something
across the room
and made it.
Actually, he threw something at Trent. I don't know why he just did that.
Yeah, Trent, we already told you can leave. Okay.
I mean, I threw a bottle at him. It didn't work.
All right. So, here's the thing. I feel like how people on the outside of the Christian faith will view that if we just say everything's a demon is it's sensationalist, and it's just like we're not using our brains as much, and we're just being quick reactionary to things rather than thinking things through. But then there's another side of that where you can be over intellectual, I guess, and then you can say like, oh well, there's no demons, like that's silly, it's sort of almost not atheistic, but just like a lack of belief in the supernatural, almost like a Sadducee, you know what I mean? Like so I think what we should think that sudden you popping up for a second. That was funny.
I just heard words and I clicked
I was like
buttons.
in the middle of like doing something. I was making a weird face. Thanks.
But it is like there's a lot of times where I'll cringe at like Christians that so often are like, well, that was that was a demon. Like this situation was a demon, and I'm like, okay, how do you know? Like, how do you know? Like, because this is one of those things that isn't particularly clear in everyday circumstances in Scripture. It's not talked about in that way. I mean, there's certain things where it's like, oh yeah, like that's a demon for sure, because Scripture says that demons will act in this way and preach something false in this way that's not from man but from powers of darkness. But I don't know. I just think we need to be more careful, more skeptical in terms of these things. But I think in terms of this situation, maybe.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe
I think
maybe it's the cancer medication. Maybe it's the chemo.
Yeah,
he
does look kind of like the lead singer from Smashing Pumpkins. So congratulations.
That's true.
That.
That's a good analogy.
Actually, let's pull up a picture of that. I want to find that
analogy.
Hold
I don't know
on.
what I'm saying. I was trying to think of a word. I don't know what's going on. But something I was thinking of is like Jonathan, you were saying. A lot of people like to dismiss and they say, okay, well, it's probably just drugs or maybe schizophrenic. And it's like, but I don't think that completely dismisses the possibility of. It's like for all we know, like a lot of people who are schizophrenic might be schizophrenic because they're demon possessed.
And the thing, like what you're saying doesn't bother me at all. The thing that bothers me, it's just a personal thing, is just whenever people act like it's a certainty.
Yeah.
Like I just like, why aren't we saying, well, I don't know, but it seems, that doesn't bother me. But it's whenever you're like, that's a demon. It's like, how do you know that?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
How do you know that?
Yeah, I mean, it's this. A lot of people like to. I mean, it's just, I guess, fun to speculate or whatever, or what, or it's
okay.
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's not even a big deal.
Okay, so
but it is.
Acoustic.
It is. I get the point of you have the two camps of people who hyper focus on that, of where anything in that realm of weirdness or whatever is automatically. I mean, you think of the people who even all types of, if you're, like I said, schizophrenic or depressed or whatever, they always, I mean, they'll immediately go to, well, that's demonic. And it's like they just discount any kind of.
It is difficult, and I have something to say on it. But first, put it on the picture. Watch this. I mean, tell me that's not him.
Let me throw it up full. Oh my goodness, dude, that is him.
That's a demon.
That's the lead singer from Smashing Pumpkins. Anyway,
not aged well.
Billy Corgan. Anyway, I think the issue that I have is like it is a difficulty, and I don't know if we should really be obsessed with figuring it out so often, because I think that in Scripture, okay, so let me frame it this way. Like there was a woman in the New Testament that was bent over, like couldn't stand up straight because she had a demon.
Yeah.
Like, right? So it was affecting her physically. And yet, when the demon was cast out, she could stand up straight. And so we always want to say, like, well, that was just a medical condition and stuff like that. But in Scripture, it actually says that it was a demonic possession that caused that.
Yeah.
In the same way, if we see a guy running down the road naked, like no clothes on, just tearing his clothes off, we always say he's
Just
on
a guy
drugs.
living free in America.
Yeah, that's right. But besides freedom, we would typically say that guy's on drugs or whatever, and like he's out of his mind. And yet we read about the demons in the tombs. Are you muted over there?
Yes, I was muted.
Still can hear it. Yeah. Anyway,
It's been bothering me for a while now.
no, it's fine.
You just had to
It's just
always-
crazy that the mic
little
picked it up. Anyway, the fact of the matter is like the guy in that had Legion, the guys in the tombs.
Yeah.
They, it says that they were always naked and running around and would break chains and stuff like that. And it's like people say, well, they were on drugs, they were on this, they were on that. It's like, so we don't always need to jump to those things. Now, I'm not saying anybody with a hurt back that can't stand up straight as a demon. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
In that case, whenever we went on vacation and had, I had y'all could have been like, you got a demon, Sam.
Yeah, we should have,
Get rid of those frozen green beans and stand up.
Yeah, we should have. I mean, we could have
Frozen
tried. We could have tried that because
We
it seemed like
should've.
nothing else was helping.
Nothing else was helping,
Yeah.
so
It
we
was
should have.
that shower demon.
That shower demon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call it the curtain.
I mean, I tell you,
When you were talking a while ago, it did remind me of you were saying how people running around in the streets, without taking their clothes off and stuff.
Yeah.
It reminded me when we were in Dallas a while back, saw like two different homeless people there was one guy we were walking downtown Dallas, and there's a guy like standing in the middle of the street, homeless guy, assuming he's homeless. I don't actually know.
yeah.
Standing in the middle of the street. And I look up and I'm kind of watching him. I'm like, what is he doing? Cars are literally having to drive around him.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and literally the whole back of his like pants were gone. And then he turns fully the other way. He was standing
He's got
sideways,
chaps on.
like this. Yeah. And then he
A
turns,
certain kind of chaps.
He turns the other way and he's facing us at this point. And then I was just like, all right, we're walking a different way because most of the front of his pants were missing too. And
What had he been through?
maybe demon possession. That's what I was
Maybe
thinking.
demon possession.
Maybe so.
We don't know. I don't know.
And there was the other one was a guy. Now he was somewhat clothed. I think he had on like shorts or something like that. But he was running. I'm driving downtown Dallas, driving down the street, and a dude runs out in the middle of the street and starts jumping and like Superman punching the street, and he's just screaming. And so I just like, I just had to drive around him. I'm like, I don't know
That
what to do about
happened
that.
to me on my way through Greenbrier once. You remember that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot
He
about
was knocking off car mirrors like in
Yeah.
the middle of the road.
Dude, that's crazy.
So here's the thing: is like a lot of times we say like drugs, like well they're just on drugs and stuff. Fair enough, but like, isn't it kind of like a known thing that opens you up to like a lot of like possible demonic things and spiritual things? Like,
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, does that mean it's just absolutely not demonic? Like, I don't
think so.
I don't know, man.
I think it could be both.
Yeah.
At what point would we say like, oh, that's demonic? Like,
If the guy's levitating, that's pretty good.
Leviosa.
Their levitation's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Also, if their eyes turn red.
Which I did see a clip of that guy talking about, like people. He said something like someone accused him of like levitating or something like that.
The guy that we're watching the video on? Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw a little clip. I don't know what he was referring to.
Oh.
But he got kicked out of like a church over something. They accused him of
I'm
having
just
a demon.
impressed that Billy Corgan from Smash Mouth was able to lead the music at a church before he got kicked out. Just kidding.
Dude, it is like that's uncanny how
It is
how
weird.
close they look.
Yeah.
I think there's certain like cases that you can look at. Like you think of like the exorcist cases or something, like people getting exercise, stuff like that.
Like,
You
I
know,
hate
they're-
exercise,
They're
too.
on the treadmill and you know, they start throwing up. Those for sure. But no, I mean, there's some things where it's like that leans way more demonic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just I feel like for the most part it's just hard to tell, but I don't think we would be wrong in saying there's a likelihood in a lot of these cases. I think what you said about drugs, Jonathan, is good because drugs seem to make people consciously, mentally just wholly weakened, and that's who demons prey on.
Yeah.
And it really is an alleyway just for a gateway drug for demons. There's some drugs that just sort of open that up. Not some drugs, all drugs really, I guess in a sense.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
could say
Even ibuprofen.
even
So when I take
even
ibuprofen,
acetaminophen.
my
Acetaminophen.
my
for
wife
sure.
doesn't like it when I take ibuprofen because my head starts to rotate all the way around and I throw up green puke.
Have you been doing drugs again, Jonathan?
Advil.
What is this? It's liquid gels. You know we don't do liquid gels here.
I watched it from doing it from
messed it up, but I know what you're saying.
I learned it from watching you.
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Yeah, I almost messed that up.
PSA.
Really bad. Anyway, so I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting conversation to have, and I think that sometimes we actually bring doubt, not doubt, but even discouragement, like to Christians, because sometimes we jump on wagons a little too soon, and then we actually bring kind of like reproach upon the faith, like it's like, you know, these guys are just ridiculous, like they always, and I know the world's gonna say that we're ridiculous no matter what, but we don't need to give them reasons, like legitimate reasons. And I, you know, and that's part of it, is like, I understand that the world's always gonna say that we're insane and all that, but we don't need to go out of our way to give them reason. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, if they think that we're nuts for thinking that Christ resurrected from the dead, then so be it. I believe that it's biblical, but I'm not going to sit there and stick my neck out for some crackpot theory that's way out there. Not that this is. I think very well this could be demonic possession.
I mean, Haunted Cosmos would disagree with you, but
I don't listen to that show, so I don't know.
But I think you're right. I think it's the same thing with like people do with like end times related stuff, you know, where it's like anything that happens, literally
Newspaper eschatology.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, there could be just, you know, it's like they act like every time Israel goes to war, it's like the end of the world.
You have a lot of opportunities here.
It just happens every few months, you know, and then it's the same kind of thing and then that just gives firepower to the critics to be like, oh well, no, you're wrong about all these things.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think this is a thing where we need to grow in wisdom as a whole, where you're not so quick to assume. You're not going to be quick to make a conclusion about things, but you're going to think things through, you know. And I think that's something we need to do is just look at the situation, think it through, think possible reasons why this might be going on, and then also take in context and don't ignore scripture and what it says, and then don't ignore the fact that we live in a natural world, but also even more so a supernatural world.
Yeah,
where incredible things do happen.
Yeah, and that goes back to the other camp of like the people who are hypercritical, that it's nothing could ever be. It's like unless the demon itself is speaking to them through the person or whatever, they're just going to be like, well, it's like they don't believe in demon possession anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they think it's a thing of the past almost, or, you know, they just kind of discount it like it doesn't happen.
Yeah, sort of like a very strict cessationist.
Yeah.
I have heard that quite a bit, that like a lot of people believe that demonic possession isn't necessarily a thing anymore because Christ has come.
Yeah.
And you know, now he's ascended to the throne, and like I get, like
it's not a bad argument, I'd say, but
it's not a bad argument. I'm not saying like I totally disagree with every aspect of it.
I'd agree with part of it for sure.
Yeah.
I would agree with part of it for sure as far as that, but it doesn't.
That's what
mean
I
that-
just said.
I know. I'm agreeing with you, but what I would say is I wouldn't discount it at all. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's obviously plausible. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing biblically that would say that this can't happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
because-
like I agree that they're like the cross. What do all mills usually say is that the cross of Christ and what he did dealt the fatal blow, but the demons and Satan are still running around.
Yeah,
with their,
I
waiting
think
for their
so.
the blood to run from their brain, and for them to bleed out. That's a saying, right?
It is now. I think that
Just put
We're
a
just
little,
waiting for them to bleed out.
You put a little like Sam Cummings.
Yeah, like strictly everything that I said.
Sam
Well,
Cummings.
That would be very accurate.
I just think that it's interesting because in Acts we get, like, after Jesus is resurrected and ascended, we still have demonic possessions, and we still have people having
Yeah.
demons cast out. And so
and even
to say that it definitely ended at that time is just, I think that's crazy.
it's and like Sam was saying, they're still working. Like, Satan's still working. You know, we still believe that Satan and the demonic realm is still working. And you, like, Acts is a good example. You think of the woman who is telling people's fortunes and stuff. That's not a very obvious example. You know, it's like we think of like the guy chained up. You know, it's like the chains couldn't even hold him. It's like we think of those kind of things, but you don't really think of, like, you brought up the person who was like had the back issue or whatever it was, you know, but and then you see the woman telling people's fortunes or futures.
well, I mean,
And it's like, that's not a very like obvious demon
No,
possession to the world, at least, you know.
it's not. And I think that it's interesting that even like in Jesus's ministry, that there was a child that wouldn't stop having essentially seizures.
Yeah.
And when he would have these seizures, like the demon would try to kill him and throw him into fires and stuff. Well, we would say, well, like the kid has just like these like crazy seizures, you know, and we would try and find like an excuse. And obviously there's medical conditions that cause seizures, so we don't disagree with that. That's an obvious thing. But at the same time, to always say that like in every single case, like there could never be something demonic. I don't think that we should look for the demons. Okay. I guess that's a good thing, is like to say we don't need to be on the lookout for demons in every situation. And I don't think that's like, how is that? Let me ask this. How is it beneficial to us if we say that this guy was manifesting a demon? How does that help us?
I don't know.
It makes me think, wow, that's freaky, dude. And then I'm just like, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Wow.
do you think that sometimes we latch onto these things because it's entertainment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying,
I think boredom leads to a lot of these cases where people
Boredom? That's crazy.
I'm not kidding.
I think you're right.
No,
honestly.
seriously, it's like you're bored, and then you're like, I want some sensational stuff. It's almost like people, looking for the supernatural in a sense.
Yeah,
And I feel like Christians fall into that too, where they're, they're like, man, that might be a demon, And it's like, are you wanting it to be?
I think that some people want to see that stuff. There's always that desire. It's like the, you don't want to ever be in a car crash. You don't want to see people get hurt, but you always want to see a car crash.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
speak for
what?
yourself.
Wait, let's just make Jonathan feel
Okay.
like a psycho. Wait, what?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay. So, for instance, how many times have you watched like plane crashes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, what?
Because you want to see like what it's like, how in the world, like what does that look like? What, and it's just that like I'm serious. I'm not saying I want planes to blow up or anything. I'm not saying
there's people in those planes, Jonathan.
That's my
People in
point.
those planes.
That's my point.
Yeah, I think the like social media has done that a lot. Of this where we remove ourselves, because if you see if a plane crashed in your backyard, you're not gonna be thinking that was freaking awesome or something. Like, you're gonna be like horrified by it.
It would take a little bit. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. But
no,
you get what I'm saying. It's like the removal from. It's the same thing. It's like if that guy was sitting across from us acting this way, it would make us incredibly uncomfortable. But by the fact that we're just watching it through a screen, we don't really have that connection there. So we're not.
Hopefully,
really
we could be like, dude, what the heck are you doing right now? And hopefully, he could tell us.
Yeah.
What I don't. So
Maybe in multiple voices.
let me.
I am Legion.
Well, I mean, we're all guilty of what I was kind of saying to one degree or another. When you're driving down the interstate and you see traffic stopped up and there has been a wreck, you're not thinking, oh, let me see that everybody's okay. Everybody slows down to look. Why? To see how bad the wreck was, to see what happened. Mm-hmm. It's a curiosity thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing to see, like, oh, well, what happened to the car and stuff like that. And we might have a concern for the people involved always. Like, I'm not saying that.
No,
Like,
I'm laughing because I was thinking, I don't slow down. I speed into him.
but it's like, what is the saying that, like, there is one that's like everybody can't, like, no one can look away from like a car crash or something.
Yeah. Oh no, it's true. It's
No, like everyone, you're like, why is everyone going? It's just a car crash. Go. I'm trying to get home, and then it's your turn, and you're like,
that's it.
it's every time. And
every
I've
time.
had traffic so many times on the interstate where I'm like, man, there must be a wreck on the interstate, or something. And then you get up to it and it's on the other side of the interstate, and everybody's just driving slow to look at it. And you're like, what is going on right now?
I can't even see over the concrete barrier. I'm in a Toyota Corolla and I'm low to the ground. Come on.
That's why you stop your car, get out just to look.
In the left lane, by the way, I stopped my car.
But
You all right over there?
you can't park there.
Yeah. Hey, you can't park there.
Hey, that looks freaking awesome.
Anyway, I got some beeps behind me. I better get going.
But yeah, on a serious note, though, like
No, we can't be serious.
something I was thinking of is like, what you're asking, like, how should we respond to these things? It's like, okay, these things are happening. Like we believe people are still demon possessed. We believe it's like, should we respond to them? And I think often our response is just that it's just a car crash we look at, when reality should be,
We should be concerned about the person.
we should be concerned about the
Yes.
person. That's what I was getting at.
That
is
was the point I was trying to make.
Yeah. We should be like, our thought should be, okay, this person isn't beyond redemption.
Right.
Like, this person could still be saved. So our prayer for this guy, even though he's an apostate or whatever, and that could
And
get
now
into.
we're moving on to the unpardonable sin.
Hey,
Just kidding.
we should do a episode on that.
Yeah, we should.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we have mentioned it before, but my thought was, even like rewatching the video again, I was thinking of that in the video. I was like, we should be concerned for this guy's soul.
Yeah, we should. We should look at it and be like, that's actually really sad.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to figure out if he's demon possessed or not.
Yeah.
It's like, what does it matter if the man's going to hell? Like, whether he's demon possessed or not, the answer's the same.
Yeah, and the
It's like-
answer's the same in the sense of like whether when you get down to like possession or not possessed,
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't matter. He's still under a demonic influence. It's like what he's peddling, what he's teaching is demonic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So whether it's like a particular demon is possessing this man or not, it makes no difference.
I think that, honestly, I think that we should be way more concerned with what people are teaching than what their outward appearance and physical traits might be at any given moment. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's like what he's teaching, although this guy's so out of his mind, I'm not sure that he really has a following or not. I guess he does because he's on there. And Wes Huff is responding to him.
Yeah, I think he does have a
But
slight following.
But that being said, we should be concerned even within churches like that have like crazy people like preaching blasphemous things. There are churches that call themselves Christian and they say some of the most blasphemous things, and we should be concerned about that. And it's like not looking. We don't need to be demon hunters, okay? Like that's not the thing. Like
That sounds pretty cool though.
It does sound cool.
It was the name of a band, by the way. Yeah,
Isn't that anime as well?
it is.
Oh, Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, which
yeah.
is even cooler.
Yeah.
I think
That
there's
sounds even cooler.
Isn't there a demon hunter too?
Probably.
Yeah, but a hunter insinuates that you're looking for him and you might kill him. Demon Slayer is saying you are slaying.
Yeah, you've slayed some. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Plus, Slayer is such a cool word.
It is a
Speaking-
cool word. I think of Halo every time I hear Slayer. I think of Halo.
Yeah. So anyway,
Christians, go out there, be demon slayers.
Yeah.
Slay those demons.
Amen.
Just kidding. You can
Is-
do it. You can't.
so that's another thing that actually is a good thing to bring up is we always think that we have like this ability to like slay them and do you understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's some people that act like it's like, oh, because I have power over the demons, like I need to go seek them out and I'm the one that's going to cast them into this or that. And it's a more like a prideful thing. It's like not even concerned for people. Does that make sense? It's
Yeah,
they want to make a show of it.
Yeah. I think of back to Haunted Cosmos is they have the saying of whatever is like, don't go looking for this stuff pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like as Christians, we shouldn't want to like, we shouldn't want to be like, oh, I just want to be the one in the room. We think of like the Apostle Paul and we think like that's going to be like we're going to be in the room and with this person and it's like, no, you shouldn't necessarily desire that. Like you're not the Apostle Paul.
Right.
And it, like I definitely don't. Like I don't want to deal with any of that kind of stuff. Like that's freaky. But
Don't come around when I'm taking my IB, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, that was pretty much it. It was just like if the circumstances were there, obviously I would.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't look to like myself of like you were even bringing up like holding up the cross. I wouldn't be thinking of that. I'd be thinking of like Christ. I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I have no power. I can't tell this demon what to do. It's like, but Christ can. Christ has
Yeah.
authority over them.
Yeah, but they always
What are-
say the power of
what-
Christ compels you.
Yeah, which I might. In all honesty, if I was in that situation, that might be the only thing that comes to
Okay,
mind.
so
Yeah, man.
So this gets into another subject.
Fair enough.
The longer ending of Mark. What do you do with that, man?
What?
Like, I'm just kidding. The longer ending of Mark, where it talks about you will. Oh, what is it?
The snake thing?
Yeah.
Where we get the snake churches in West Virginia.
Yeah. Is it West Virginia? Just West
Mainly,
Virginia? Okay,
yes.
okay. All right.
Mainly.
Mainly. Probably Alabama too.
Oh,
Mainly
for sure,
West Virginia.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Louisiana a little bit.
You know,
Yeah.
those Appalachian mountains do something to those people.
Yeah.
Do they?
Boredom.
Yeah.
Actually, the mountains.
They can't see over the ridge.
Well, how would you feel if you've never seen the horizon?
Actually, all they get is about living in that valley. They only get about 6 hours of sunlight a day.
I've heard that it damages the brain.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we're going with this.
That's why I live in Kansas, where everything's flat.
Those hills have been moved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Lord's country.
Every mountain's been cast out.
Every mountain. A land of plentiful, of corn and wheat. and Jayhawks,
Jayhawks.
whatever that is.
I don't know what that is. Anyway,
Here's a
speaking of-
question though.
Okay, yeah.
Seriously, but what do you think of people that say that? So sort of opposite of cessationists. You know, what is the word? Why can't I think of it?
Hyper.
No,
Charismatic?
hyper Yeah, you
Yeah.
could say hyper charismatic. That say that Christians can be possessed by demons.
Yeah, so that was something that was taught in my youth group when I was growing up, and there was like supposedly like mass demons coming out of people and stuff like that. And I experienced some of that where people were like shaking on the floor, screaming and stuff like that. And I saw some pretty weird stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Like it was weird. But the problem is like none of these people were actual Christians. And I honestly think that the teaching there that you could have, because what is it called when you say that there's three parts to the human? It's
Trichotomy.
Body, yeah, trichotomy, where it's like your soul and your spirit are two different things.
Yeah.
And that's where they would say, okay, your spirit is different than your soul, and a demon can possess your soul, but not your spirit. So your spirit can be saved, but you can still be demon possessed, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes no sense of like, because you think of like Christ's statement of, you know, when they accused him of, you're casting out demons in the power of Beelzebub or whatever. And
How can a kingdom be divided against
how
itself?
could a house be divided against itself?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that's what I always go to. I'm like, I think that's a solid argument against that.
The trichotomy thing always confused me. And the dichotomy, I guess, putting it like I don't know. How do you even know that? Like, what do you mean?
I think that what was happening is it was the youth pastor there was not, and I don't want to like dog on him or anything like that, but he had pretty bad theology.
Yeah.
And
as a youth pastor usually does.
I don't know about that.
youth pastors.
Shout out youth pastors. Do you have demon possessions in your youth group? Anyway, the
Call Ghostbusters.
But I think that the thing that was crazy was that it was almost like a promotion of it. So like you had some kids, because it became such a thing, that I think some kids were faking. And I think that some kids were for sure faking. They're honestly,
there's that one kid that's actually in pain.
I actually think there was one kid there for sure that I want to say actually probably was demon possessed. And it was because he was like a really small, scrawny like kid, and literally he was on the ground like breathing really weird and like kind of squirming around. And when like there was the guy I talked about in one of the last episodes, Big Mike.
Yeah.
Remember Big Mike? Well, that dude he actually tried to hold him down and got down on top of him, and this kid lifted him up off the ground. Like was able to like do a push up.
Wow.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, maybe something's there. But what I would say is that stuff's dangerous to teach, that Christians can be demon possessed, and I think that it's completely false. But I think that actually what the problem with that youth group was that there was hardly anybody in that youth group was actual Christians, because the gospel wasn't preached.
Yeah.
And I know that that's, some people will listen that probably knew me from the past and they would disagree and they would be mad at me. But the truth is I don't ever remember hearing the gospel there. It was all about don't listen to secular music, don't do this and don't do that. And there was no freedom there.
Yeah.
And so it was all about experience.
That wasn't God's country.
Louisiana is flat. I don't know if that helps.
But the swamps.
Yeah, but you're almost below sea level. If you're that low, like, you're pretty low. You're getting to the depths. You know what I'm saying?
Sheol.
But I think people in those situations is like, I think they're looking for an experience. You know, it's like they're wanting something, and whether it's good or bad, it's like they just want an experience. They want to feel something. You know, so I think that's what leads to a lot of that.
Yeah, I think that what
would y'all say is the difference between, like, we would say there's a difference between being influenced demonically and being possessed. Why would we say that?
Oh, you're talking about like the difference between,
because I think this relates. It's like, I don't think a Christian can be possessed by a demon, but I do think Christians can be influenced and steered in a certain way demonically. Because biblically, that's I think that.
Well, I think that it's like the teachings of demons and stuff like that. We have to guard ourselves from that. And I think that we can fall into error. That is major error.
Well, you've talked in the past even of blasphemous thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I think that's a thing. And that's not just me that says that, but John Bunyan struggled with that. And other men have also. I've actually read a book by Sinclair Ferguson, and it helped tremendously. It's called The Christian Life. And in that, that helped settle my soul, because he actually said that him and Sinclair Ferguson and actually Alistair Begg helped me tremendously, because I did have battles with just like blasphemous thoughts being poured out onto me, and I hated every single bit of it. And it was like I just couldn't stop. Like, I couldn't stop those things from happening, from coming in my mind. And I would pray to the Lord and I would beg the Lord. But here's the thing is, like, other Christian men have experienced that, like John Bunyan and some other men. And Alistair Begg had a really good, sermon. And he said that when things are so far out of left field, things that you hate, like that, just thoughts come out of nowhere. There was no lead up to it. It's not what did he say is like, you're not scared of your own children. And I think it was Alistair Begg or it was Sinclair Ferguson. I don't remember if it's in the book or in his sermon.
Oh, Scottish.
But
same person, basically.
Same person.
And you might think that that's a weird comment to make, but here's the point that he's making is typically when we have sinful thoughts that come from within our own desires, we don't so much run from them and are terrified of them. Does that make sense? Like, you're more attracted. It's like something that you actually deal with. Like, I have to fight against that because I'm tempted. Yeah. And when you have stuff that come into your mind that's not a temptation, usually it's nothing that is like
out of the ordinary.
It's nothing that you would even think about or that you would want to think about, and it's out of left field. I mean, I think it can be a demonic attack, but here's the thing for a Christian is when those things happen, the Lord uses it to make us run to Him and to rely on Him. During that time, I wish I had the prayer life now that I did then. It's crazy because I would never want to go through that again. But what it produced was my dependence upon the Lord. I had to cast myself upon the Lord, and the gospel was so rich to me at that time. It was the most important thing in my life, and it is now, but like tangibly, like I had to wake up every morning during these times and just seek the Lord and really, you know, where's the foundation of my salvation? Where is it? And I had to focus on that. I had to focus on Christ. The Lord grew you
through that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think how I would answer the question, not question, but people saying that Christians can be possessed by demons is that you have the Holy Spirit, and you're not going to have one. No. You're not going to have one evil spirit within you, possessing your body, taking hold of you and your mind, while at the same time having the Holy Spirit in you, and it doesn't make sense. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to think of it in that way. It's like, is the Holy Spirit failing you? Yeah. No, you can't say that.
That's right.
But then, I mean, that's kind of what you got to ask. I mean, you got to ask that. It's like, okay, so a demon's possessing you. Well, okay, who's failing you then? Yeah. Well,
I agree.
Christians that's why I don't think Christians can be possessed by demons. But we're definitely influenced. We hear the whisperings in our ear. We hear those evil, blasphemous thoughts that Jonathan was talking about, and but we can't go as far to say that some Christian can be possessed. I think that's totally wrong, and it leads to hopelessness a lot of the time too.
Yeah, and as an encouragement to people who
fear,
I think every Christian experience those times of where you're sitting and you're, it might be even a good moment of, during church service or whatever, and you have those blasphemous thoughts come to mind.
Yeah,
it's like the encouragement should be, that is Satan attacking you, but that's not what you can push those aside, like focus on Christ.
Yeah.
Focus on Christ. It's not a sign of like, okay, well, your weakness, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like you are weak. That's why you need to focus on Christ. And it's like Satan's going to attack all believers. He's going to attack all mankind.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that shouldn't discourage you or make you question your assurance in those moments.
No.
It's like it should just drive you to Christ.
The Christian should be always, when you're dealing with these situations, because I do believe, as Sam said, and as I was saying, is like that you can be attacked in a sense by demonic forces. I think that we're always under attack. I mean, what else does it mean that the fiery darts can be, of say, and it's like, 6, if anything else, something's happening there. And what are the fiery darts? A lot of times we'll say that it's accusations. And I think that's very true. How many times have you been discouraged and you just can't get off of your mind?
He's the accuser.
Yeah, he's the accuser. And he's accusing. By the way, as a Christian, dear Christian, the accuser's no longer being heard on your account before the Lord.
Yeah.
In the Old Testament, Satan would appear before the throne of God, and he was the accuser of the brethren. Well, he's been cast down. He's no longer to be heard because you are in Christ. And so there is no accusation that can stick. And so what does he do? He whispers in our ear.
Well, weren't the Old Testament saints in Christ?
Looking forward, yeah. But Satan wasn't. Satan was actually the accuser. In Revelation, he's not. Like, he's cast down as the accuser.
I was just
anyway.
I was just being stupid.
But that should be encouraging to to like a Christian is thinking of like, okay, like this doesn't mean what Satan says about you means nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing. What these thoughts that come across your mind and stuff like that is like you're that's not what your faith or what your hope is grounded upon. It's grounded upon Christ, what Christ has done, that he has put his enemies under his feet.
Martin Luther said that, and I think we heard this quote in one of our last sermons at church, didn't we? Martin Luther? Was it at church or was it somewhere else?
I don't know.
I don't know. I heard it somewhere. I don't know if it was at church or not, but it was Martin Luther would say, when you hear Satan accusing you, when you hear those accusations that are even true coming against, like, of all these sins that you did in the past, you should say yes, and it's far worse.
Yeah.
But what does that mean? It's like nothing, because that's been paid for.
Yeah.
It makes what Christ has done even more so. So you essentially answer with the gospel. You answer with, yes, that is true. But what is true also is that Christ has paid it all.
Yeah. And then you try and scare the devil away with some nasty, like, farts or something.
Which Martin Luther did.
And I do
Fart
that
on the devil.
I do that in church also. And
Jonathan sits in his pew.
I wonder why people don't sit around me. I don't know why. My fellowship really has struggled lately at church.
Yeah, but y'all don't understand. That smell is keeping the devil away as well.
You might want to sit near me.
I can protect you from the devil as well.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
We were going to get onto a lot of...
I eat a ton of burritos every Saturday night for you folk.
Yeah.
For the love of the brethren.
For the love of the brethren.
The original Sabbath is just made for burrito eating now. Yeah. The anyway, we were going to talk about a lot of subjects. We were going to talk about Epstein and that whole mess. I don't really know enough about it. We've talked about it a little bit before, but we're kind of running short on time, so we're just going to get to this.
I'll give a quick little, like, just like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
They're lying. They're lying to you. Don't trust them. Don't trust them at all.
Someone's lying.
All
for
of them.
sure.
They're all lying. Don't trust them.
So is Trump lying too?
I don't think Trump knows, but they're all lying.
Okay.
Something's up. Something's up.
You know, I think it's funny that, switch back to your camera, is we talked about demons and demonic possession, and
then
that's
the
the
whole time,
first time I've hung up the Venom poster, and that's been over your head. Like he's like creeping over to like claw your
But he
head.
can't touch me. He can't touch
You've
me.
been farting over there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's here to protect you. He's the lethal protector.
I will say that's a freaking awesome
it is so
poster,
sick.
though.
I bought the poster because it was, I don't know that I actually had that comic book cover or not, but I drew it. I had a drawing of it, and it was like the first time I ever drew Venom well. And like, anyway, so I saw it, I got it. And then we also have new posters over here. You can't see one of them.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a person standing.
You can't see it.
That's the name of it.
You like that? This is Indiana Jones.
It's that poster behind Sam is actually, that's only how tall it is. He doesn't even have a head. It's it's only it's like an 8-inch by 16-inch. That's it. Poster. No, I've hung some stuff up around the studio, but
Yeah. The one out of your frame is pretty awesome too. We need to zoom it out sometime and show
which one?
the one above you.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't even know what's up there.
It's Darth Vader.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
Yeah, it's getting dorkier in this building.
Yeah. Hey, but it's cool.
It is cool.
Who doesn't like Star Wars and Venom? You know?
We love stories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We love a good story, good campfire story.
That's right.
We appreciate them.
Campfire
Star Wars is a game.
Anyways, speaking of campfire stories, let's talk about
far away.
Hey, speaking of campfire stories, let's talk about Epstein.
Speaking of campfire stories, let's talk about the floods in Texas and that whole camp.
Actually, we were going to.
We're
talk
gonna
about
skip that.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that.
Are we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, it would have been a good segue.
I'll give it up. That was a really good segue. I'll do that in like 2 seconds too. It's really sad. Should pray for him.
That's right.
There we go.
That's right. No,
Is it
it's
cloud
tragic.
seeding? Is it the government? Is it who is doing this?
I do want to talk about that on another episode.
We'll get
We will.
into it.
Okay.
Cloud seeding's real, by the way. It's
Yeah.
real and it's
It is
weird.
real.
It's what should we think about it next time on Not Man Enough?
I guess,
Hey,
I
that's a
guess
good
we'll have to
plug.
remember. Yeah. Yeah.
Also-
maybe like next and next time, like
Well,
times
you're-
5.
You're assuming that people are actually listening to this far in
Yeah.
to hear this.
Yeah, that's true.
This has been a
All right,
wild
for
episode.
you, 2 people. next time.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the segment. I think this one sounds fun. You were explaining it to us, but
Yeah.
anyway.
So for a segment, real quick before we go into the segment, I will say, if you're watching on video or Spotify or whatever, would you please review us, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things? Just saying.
I need to. I haven't been to the doctor in a while. I need to be.
Review us.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Stupid.
Please give us some medical help.
Yeah. But as a segment, so we're gonna do like an Animal Kingdom rank, like a bracket, like it's a battle.
Who wins?
So we got 12 seeds. So it's a. Let me see if I can show this to the camera. Let me see. So you got 12 seeds. So you just saw them all, but
That's so cool. You made like a bracket too.
yeah, I was gonna do like a whole digital, like where we update it, but
Yeah.
I thought that might be a little too much for Jonathan to.
For me to type.
Yeah,
It's like
it was kind of complicated. So I was like-
Actually, if you just would have said like, say the animal was elephant, I just would have put E.
yeah, well, it was. I messed with it a little bit, and it wasn't that complicated, but I thought it's
Anyway.
easier just to discuss it.
It's good enough.
You know.
It's interested in.
So we'll start out with. All right. So this is like.
Are we going down the bracket?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if the animals are battling one another, like who y'all think would win?
And we have to make an argument for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just go off of pure guessing, you know.
I'm not going
All
to tell
right,
you any reason.
First one's. No reasoning, no sense.
I'll make
at
a
all.
question though.
The first one is, all right. So also with this is like a normal bracket. There's first seeds, so like or the top ranked, and all these came from Grok. I just asked Grok like different animal questions and just randomized it, so it's kind of fresh to me too. So I'm not coming up with it myself,
Yeah.
and created the top 4, and then the others will compete again. Y'all understand how brackets work.
I understand.
But all right, first one up is hippo versus rhino.
Is this happening on water or on land?
Oh, dude, I was thinking the same thing.
That's up to your imagination,
Well, okay. I mean, gosh dang, you can't just leave us like that, Matt.
Well, I'm gonna.
That makes it hard.
And these are randomized too. I didn't put them in this order.
I really think on land a rhino, and I think in water definitely a hippopotamus, for sure, dude.
I'm gonna say
That's too hard.
no.
That's too hard without specification.
I'm gonna say if this is happening in Africa, that the rhino has already had his horn taken for like piano keys, and so I'm gonna say that the hippo wins in that situation.
hippo. What would your vote be, Sam? We need 2 out of 3 to continue on.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think if it was on land, I don't think it'd be close. I think the rhino would, but I don't think it'd be close. And if it's in water, I think it would be the hippo. So I think I'm going to have to go with hippo just because I think they just have a stronger chance.
Yeah, I was gonna go with hippo too. Just versatility overall.
Yeah.
A
Rhinos,
lot of blubber.
Yeah, rhinos can't really turn very much. Hippos can. Bite force.
Yeah.
Hippos can
Yeah,
bite.
it's kind of like Zoolander. He can only turn one way.
Yeah, so hippos moving on. All right. Let me. All right, and then next up, bald eagle. This one's kind of crazy. Bald eagle versus a Komodo dragon.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so a bald eagle wouldn't be able to lift up a Komodo dragon. I don't
America
think.
first.
No.
They wouldn't be able.
You
to lift
say
it up.
he can't.
Yeah. Have you ever
America.
seen? Have you ever tested that theory?
I'm gonna go with Komodo dragon. I don't think that's as hard. I mean, for one, if the Komodo dragon can even bite the eagle, it's dead.
True, but what does
and
it
also
do?
the eagle can't really pick it up.
But that
It's heavy.
Okay. I'm gonna say the eagle because the eagle's gonna come down and he's gonna peck his eyes out first from above.
True.
Once he's blind, it's over. He's just gonna peck him to death.
Here's
So-
the
so
thing.
it's-
In reality,
And talons.
in reality, an eagle would never go after this thing.
No, but in
but in our bracket,
And
he
I
does.
think that should answer the question. I think that answers it.
Komodo dragon, eagle.
And we didn't say what the size of the Komodo dragon was. It could be a baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
a baby?
But it
Well,
could be a
it
baby bald
probably-
eagle too. so
Even
that's-
so,
Baby? It's like, I don't even know how to fly.
I thought bald eagles were born that way.
It's just like this.
Hold on. Bald eagles are born from American pride,
Yeah.
not from anything else. So they just appear.
They do.
They're born out of our fireworks
They
on the 4th of
appear
July.
and fear is ridden
Yeah.
Yeah.
in everything.
Well, I'm gonna go. I'll be the tiebreaker. I'm gonna go Komodo dragon just
Oh,
because.
man, come on.
Just
freaking
because,
communist.
Yeah. As much as I wanted to go eagle, as much as my American spirit wanted to go eagle, I was thinking of. I watched videos of Komodo dragons just one gulping like a whole deer. And they just. Have you ever seen that where they just?
Yeah, but a deer can't fly.
Have you ever?
Neither can a Komodo dragon in the talons of an eagle. Don't matter how much lift that thing
I didn't
got.
say anything about lifting. I said pecking his eyes out.
Yeah, eagles are awesome. It would I think it would be more of a fight than what people think. But I think a Komodo dragon would win. They're pretty. You know, they can move.
whatever.
They can
Seriously,
move
if
quick.
those teeth hit that eagle and draw blood, like it's
All
dead. Like
Yeah,
that eagle's dead.
But all right, next up is horse versus an emperor penguin.
Well, wait, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
I didn't.
Is
It's,
this just about-
it's
this is
randomized.
Don't ask why. Just answer the question.
Okay, in terms of brackets, this has to be like.
Okay,
I don't
no,
even know.
I've got an answer.
This is like
I
Alabama
didn't
football team
determine the
versus.
seeding.
I've got an answer because in my mind, the horse is in the zone of the emperor penguin, which means he's on ice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that changes things.
Okay. Now, what horse can do anything on ice? He's just going to be slipping inside. His legs are just going to be spread apart. Like, he's not going to be able to do anything.
I like
Yeah,
that
that's
since
true.
the bald eagle, you got a southern accent.
Well,
Wait, which has the higher seed? Because that'll tell us who has home or away.
It's random. The emperor penguin, technically, but
oh, yeah.
Oh,
home
yeah,
and
yeah,
away.
true,
Penguin
true.
has
Home and
home?
away. Home.
yeah.
Dude,
There you go.
that changes. Dude,
It does
we
change.
have been doing this wrong the whole
We
time.
have. Was the hippo home?
Or away.
They were almost tied, so it would have been the rhino technically.
I still would have gone hippo. Okay, so that
It would have
doesn't.
made it really confusing for the bald eagle Komodo dragon because
If it was in air, if it was in air, the bald eagle wins.
Komodo dragon's just
Falls to his death.
falling. Yeah.
But anyway, let's go.
Horse versus emperor penguin. Who
Okay,
you
so the
got?
emperor penguin has home advantage.
Yeah.
Home field
Okay,
advantage.
well, it's got to. All he's got to do is just stand there and cover his egg with his.
Hey, they can slap really hard, but horses can kick really hard.
Yeah,
too.
but
But you can't kick when you're on
here's-
ice. You can't even get your foot.
this is a battle. This is a battle of attrition.
Yeah.
Because look, the horse is just going to slip and he's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to freeze to death.
A war of
And then,
attrition.
yeah. And then so like the penguin's just going to sit there and watch him as he warms his little egg.
Yeah. No, okay, I'm going emperor penguin.
Emperor
I just imagine Morgan Freeman's like commentating the fight.
Hey,
too.
you got to tell us the seed. Go. Continue.
that's a
And now
reference
we
there.
have the horse.
Or what is it? David Attenborough?
Yeah.
Like Planet Earth or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of the March of the Penguins. Isn't that Morgan
Oh
Freeman?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to tell us the seed.
Yeah. I will.
As we
so
go.
what's the census there?
Yeah, emperor
Oh, so the
penguin.
Emperor penguin.
Emperor penguin.
Home
Okay.
play. Home,
Okay.
home advantage.
I'm gonna go penguin too, just because. Which, funny enough, is it pronounced penguin or penguin?
Pen or ping?
Pin-
Pen makes
Penguin.
more sense.
penguin.
Literarily.
Yeah.
Who says penguin?
I don't know. You should
Prob-
you should
prob-
pull it.
probably
You should
the
pull
It's
it
like
up.
saying penguin.
It's
Pull it up
probably
on
the
the
English.
computer and pull up the. How do you pronounce
Okay.
penguin?
Hey,
Yeah, I'd say
hold on. Hey Siri.
Your phone went off.
Oh no, never mind. It says, I was thinking it would work on here, but it's not. Oh, it's not gonna listen to me right now because the mic's off.
here. I'll look it up on my phone real quick while we think about.
You can play it into the mic if you need to.
Okay.
All right, we'll go on to the next and then we'll pull that up. Well, actually, no. Let's wait. I want to know. I want to know. Actually,
How do you
Or-
pronounce? How do you spell it? I'm just kidding.
BEN.
Let's see if it plays.
Penguin.
Penguin. Wait, is it?
Is that
It's so fast, you know.
Penguin.
penguin?
Penguin.
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 Is she saying penguin?
I don't know. I don't
so
understand.
Let me tell you how it separates it. It says it sounds like PENG separated from GWN.
Pin.
So
Penguin.
ping.
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 Almost like
Penguin.
you know how fast you're
Penguin.
you know, it's like you're having lag on your
But
video
you're adding
game.
the G to the end.
Lag on your video game. your ping's back.
So we have been pronouncing it wrong. It's penguin. Penguin. Penguin.
how do you pronounce penguin?
That's
in
accurate because that
a
sounds kind of
Chinese
Yeah.
accent.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so home field advantage. Home field advantage, which makes no sense for these two.
Yeah, but
necessarily.
it does make sense.
No, I'm moving on to something else.
None of them have made sense.
Elephant versus ostrich.
Who's got the home advantage?
Elephant.
Well, they live in the same place.
Yeah, I mean it's elephant for sure.
Don't they?
I'm
Well,
going-
no,
I'm
hold
going
on.
with that.
Hold on.
No, no.
Ostriches are in Australia. Elephants are in.
Are you just saying that because
I don't know.
Ost?
I don't think that's true.
That's not true.
Hey, look it up. Look it up. Where
No,
ostriches
they
live?
are in Africa as well, along with elephants.
I don't think
They got-
ostriches are in Australia.
Ostrich, Australia.
Hold on.
Where
No,
ostrich
no.
native to?
Jonathan, don't
It's
do this.
no. It's in many countries.
Yes.
None of them happen to be.
No. No.
There are many. But I was thinking about the ones in the zoos.
What if it's like there happens to be no ostriches in Australia, actually?
It's not even close. It's an O, and you're like Australia.
That's not why I said that. I just thought that maybe they were in Australia. Let's move on. I didn't.
So everyone going elephant. Obviously, I think that's pretty obvious.
Okay.
What about elephants? I'm just kidding.
They're all over the place.
They're in China too.
Yeah.
Okay,
they're
so
Asian.
I'm going with the Chinese Asian elephant versus the
Its home country.
the apparently African I gotta go elephant.
All right, now we're getting into the, they're versing the number one seeds. So, so let's go first. Saltwater crocodile versus hippo.
Hippo.
Man, I feel like no one wins in that situation.
Hippo would definitely win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's easily hippo.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, that's hard. Let me think. Okay, so who has the home advantage?
Saltwater.
Water.
It doesn't matter. What country are they from?
All right, but what country? Are they in Australia?
I'm pretty sure saltwater crocodiles might actually be in Australia.
They are. They're in Africa too.
Hey. No, we're leaving something out. Saltwater versus freshwater.
Hippos don't breathe underwater. It doesn't matter.
Hold on. Did you say hippos breathe in water?
No.
I mean, neither do crocodiles. I do know that much.
All right, so here's the thing. If a saltwater crocodile gets a hold of a hippo's leg and tears it off, I think that hippo's going to be running for the hills, okay?
No, hippos are freaking
Even
mean,
still,
dude.
like, they can't swim very well. It's like maybe
They don't
the
swim to begin
saltwater
with.
crocodile, yeah, they swim.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They bounce. They like bounce across the bottom,
They swim.
and then they just push the water out of their way. Because
Jonathan,
they're so
look it up.
freaking strong.
Look it up because hippos do swim. They can swim in deeper water.
They
than
kind
this.
of like bob,
You're assuming that they're.
kinda
I've seen
bob.
videos where people are being chased by one in a boat.
but they're running. That's the difference.
They're not running.
They're running. No,
No,
they
they're
are.
swimming.
They're running. You think they're swimming because they're
Hippos
moving
can
so
swim.
fast.
Can hippos swim?
Your bag, sir.
Hold on.
I filed a claim for my car.
I'm looking up a video. Send it over.
Okay, you want me to picture in picture or just?
Yeah, picture in picture after I skip this ad.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
I'll
There we
mute
go.
it. Oh, I should probably unmute it. Oh, is this actually them versing one another?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
pretty awesome.
Here we go.
See how the hippo just doesn't care?
This might change my. I haven't even given an answer.
Bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, the hippo, bro. It's the
Yeah.
hippo.
It's the hippo.
Okay, but what if they were in water?
Oh,
What do you think?
It wouldn't even matter. What's the difference?
Can you look up? Can
hippos-
hippos swim?
yeah,
Hippos don't swim.
Hippos swim,
they
dude.
tread. They push the water out of their way.
That's called swimming, dude.
no, but like on the bottom.
Dude, that's called swimming.
No, it's not.
No, they just push the water around them to move in a certain way in the water.
I don't know that they actually like swim. Like
I actually don't know, but I just enjoy this argument. But I'm pretty sure they actually do just like bounce on the bottom. Like I think they just push the water out of their way, like with their on the ground though, not.
I mean,
Well, Matt, you're actually correct.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Exactly what
I've
you
watched
said.
a lot of videos about hippos because they kill more people than like any other animal.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
hippo
I feel like I argued too much for the saltwater crocodile
You did.
when I wasn't really like even sure.
I will, in your defense, that saltwater crocodile there was pretty. It was pretty small. Saltwater crocodiles are usually really
I don't even know if
aggressive.
that was a saltwater one.
Oh.
Technically, I was just showing you a crocodile.
So they get like massive, but still, even then, like hippo, I think has the strongest bite force out of
It
anything.
does.
yeah.
And stuff. They're crazy how strong they are.
So hippo, we can agree hippo.
Hippo moves on. Yeah. All right. Next up, Komodo dragon versus a tiger.
Wow, that's actually hard.
That's
because
a hard one.
Because
Tiger.
no, the tiger could win, but later it die. So who wins then? No one.
Yeah.
the tiger.
No one. So move no one forward.
If
I think it's easily tiger.
tiger.
Yeah.
I think
Tiger
easily
wins
tiger.
initially, but if that Komodo dragon bites that tiger, it's gonna die.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
What do you mean?
I'm not even sure that a Komodo is built to even be able to really get a cat, like a big cat like that.
I don't think it's fast enough to
No,
to
but
fight it.
think about people that wrangle snakes. You know, they're trying to catch one, and then they end up getting bit, but then they chop its head off, but they still got bit.
But think of this. Have you ever seen a snake bite a cat?
Cats are so fast. Now this is, to be fair,
Well,
like,
I haven't seen
tigers
that,
are a little
but-
bit different because they're so big. They're
But
not
they're
quite
also
as fast.
They're really fast too, though.
They're still fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But like, let's say it's got it by the torso, okay? Like in its jaws, the tiger it's got it right here. Its head is still over here, and it reaches and bites its leg. Okay, the tiger wins. Which I'd say tiger. I'd go with
Are
tiger
you-
anyway.
Yeah.
But later on, that tiger's gonna die.
Maybe.
I mean, this
No,
is
no,
this is
no,
almost,
it's gonna
This
die,
is
bro.
almost like saying if the tiger eats him too much, like whole, that he might eat him out from the insides.
It might choke.
Yeah. So
No,
like,
no, it's not the same as that.
Yeah,
but
it is.
I'm gonna go tiger. But
Tiger.
because we're going off initially, but I think later the tiger might die.
Okay. But it wins the fight.
That's just because you're just against LSU. That's all it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
right.
do a razorback versus a tiger. It's for sure a tiger.
All right, next up, grizzly versus
Wins.
penguin.
Who's got, wait, what seed?
Grizzly has home field advantage.
All right,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even.
okay.
That's
It's
not
a
even
flightless
close.
bird. It can't even get in a tree. And even if it could, wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but maybe it slide away real fast.
If there was water,
Maybe
Like-
they're on a slope.
All right, so bear moves on. All right, next up, elephant versus gorilla.
elephant.
Elephant.
You think elephant?
Yeah.
I think that the gorilla it's just too big of an animal for it to take. I mean, I think that like pound for pound, a gorilla is probably one of the strongest animals
Yeah, I
that
think it
exists.
is probably the strongest.
That's
But-
his match, though, is that elephant.
That
Yeah.
elephant gets him by like,
Yeah, we were talking about this. I don't know if it. Yeah, we were talking about this where my algorithm on Instagram one time was just like dark entirely, and yeah, I watched a man get crumpled by an elephant that
Yeah.
day, and yeah, I mean, it would just take one stomp from that elephant, and that would.
Yeah.
One good
Probably do
stomp.
it.
It might be hard to get.
I mean,
but-
I did see an elephant one time where it was mad, and it with its trunk, it grabbed a truck and rolled the truck over.
Wow.
It just grabbed it and just rolled it. I'm like, how is like think of that strength. Like it's
That's
just
crazy.
using like its like long nose pretty much and just being like, move this out of the way.
And I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
He's been exercising. Been exercising that trunk.
But, all right. Now we're down to the final four. Final four. All right. Hippo versus tiger. This one's tough. This one's tough.
I still think hippo. I actually really still think hippo. And then when it comes down to it, elephant's going to beat hippo. But
A tiger, if it got like a surprise attack even on a hippo, it could not do enough damage before the hippo gets it. Like, because that's the thing about
plus,
like a
their
hippo.
hides thick.
Their hides are so thick and there's so much blubber to get through to get to anything vital.
Pull up a clip of hippo. Just type in like hippo chasing. I think it's lions technically through water.
Chasing leopard or chases lion?
Might
Which
be
one?
lion. I don't know. There's one where it's running through the water and it's so fast. It's like terrifying. That
Hippo attacks 3 lions crossing the river. You want to see that one?
yeah. Let's show that one up there.
Well, first we got to put up with the
Oh.
advertisement.
We'll throw that down.
I want to advertise for them.
Yeah. Screw Tyson.
Although they made some tacos with this Tyson meat. Let's see.
That's not true.
It's not. All right.
Here, actually, we're just gonna full screen this.
Let's see.
This is the video I was thinking of.
Is it?
Yeah,
Do I need to
this is-
fast forward it?
No. This is so impressive.
Look how he's getting after it, man.
That's a ripper, and it's just moving the water out of its way like it's nothing.
And look how, like, I mean, they're just going. Look at the tiger's like, no. I mean, the lion's like,
yeah.
no.
Look at this. It's like, oh, no. Dude, that's so bad. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man.
Home field advantage.
Yeah. Hippo got that all day.
Hippo, man.
They are
Hippo.
so strong and just so
Yeah.
Hippo.
impressive. Yeah, hippo. All right. Next up is bear versus elephant.
Is there any trees around?
Oh, I hit the wrong.
Because the elephant could break one of those trees and use it against that grizzly.
It could.
Could. But I'm thinking like a sneak attack from up above by the grizzly. He comes down on top of the elephant, rides it for a little while.
Could.
And then the elephant's like, "Is
elephants are
something
pretty
on me?"
smart though, too.
Yeah, they don't forget. So if he's ever been sneaked attacked from above before, he's going to know something's up when he's near a tree that he's never seen before because
Yeah.
Africa's nothing but
Grizzlies
desert.
can climb trees. Elephants definitely can't.
We
But
all
an
know
elephant
Africa
could-
doesn't have trees. Look it up. Is it? It's in Australia.
in Australia. The trees are. I don't know with this one, honestly. I want to say elephant, but at the same time, I'm like, grizzlies are just so aggressive, too. I'm like, man.
I think an elephant. You have to say elephant just because I don't. Again,
Here's the thing: a grizzly could draw blood,
That's what I was thinking with its.
but I don't think it'd be like a
wouldn't-
scratch.
It wouldn't get. It's what I said earlier. There's not enough damage that could be done by the grizzly in time.
Yeah.
Like before the elephant would get to it and
Stomp it.
stomp it or whatever. And so that's the only reason why. I think that like I just think,
I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think you're right. So elephant
Elephant.
moves on. So last one is elephant versus hippo.
Elephant.
we all knew we were gonna get here.
Yeah.
I'm going elephant. Yeah.
You think elephant?
Yeah. I mean,
They
a hippo.
both have blubber.
Think about this too. A hippo can't really, like, it's good up and down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it's down to the ground. The only thing it could grab is the elephant's legs, and even then, like, it could break it maybe. but it can't really like maneuver like that. Like you're talking about going like this, like side to side with its bite force and stuff.
That's a good.
And I just think the elephant's going to stomp it before it gets to its legs.
Yeah,
It even has a chance to sort of get that side to side.
probably. What do you
Why are
think?
we sad about this? I feel like we're sad that the elephant won.
win?
I didn't
Just
say,
because they're not like the most aggressive.
I didn't give my opinion yet.
Yeah, but you know it. And you're sad about it, like the rest of us. We wanted something else.
I think that the hippo is he's got bigger teeth.
It does. Well, I don't even know. Yeah, it definitely does.
Well, look,
the elephant's
we
teeth
all
are like
know-
in the back of its.
Yeah, and
It's got molars.
Yeah.
no, and this one does not have the tusk because again, piano keys, Africa, they already took them.
Yep, they're gone.
Did they also take its legs?
Maybe.
It's just rolled.
Okay. So like I'm gonna say the elephant. I can't come up with
Elephant.
any good way
Hey,
to make the hippo win.
We should do this again sometime, but with extinct animals.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. I'll come up with that again. I'll ask Rock. Give me a list of extinct animals.
We also we need to do a bracket of many things.
Yeah.
Superheroes.
Oh, superhero.
That's
ones
pretty
are
good.
I'm gonna write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down. Anyway, if you want to torture yourself more, join us next week. We'll have many. What subject did we say we were gonna have next time? You said earlier.
We don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything. I don't know. We mentioned a few things.
Oh, it was cloud seeding. That's what it
Cloud
was.
seeding.
That's
but
not
also
gonna be the subject.
apostasy.
Yeah. That,
Who knows?
How do those link? Tune in next week.
next week to find out. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. Anyway, join us next time. Like, subscribe, whatever. I don't
leave a review. We do care.
We
You do care.
whatever.
Bad ones, good ones. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. Whatever.